It is Kepic Enduro weekend, and I will be doing it on this, a steel single pivot frame built by Merino. These are $590 US to have built. Mine is built up with a relatively underwhelming list of parts. I will link them below if you're interested, but that's why we call this bike Mr. Relatable. And the simple question for this bike at this event is, can it be competitive with the much more fancy bikes out there? This video is made possible by Alex, TK, and Rob, who all bought Spin Dat Dad caps yesterday to make sure this enduro race happens. So if you want to be a part of that, merch store below. So same as last year, split up into a bunch of groups. There's 4 runs this year. I'm pretty sure there was 5 last year. We are the group doing 4, 1, 2, 3. Each of those corresponds to a different trail. Our first trail is Skyline, which I think would be considered the most downhilly of all the trails here, which is great because we get the best trail conditions out of everybody. Thank you. So Skyline is definitely the most tech and probably the most intimidating of the trails we'll be racing on today. But in my opinion, it's become a little more friendly this year with the more feature style drops being built up, where I remember them being a little more natural in the past. I used to struggle quite a bit over these routes at speed in the past, having been using a completely blown X-Fusion that preferred buck me than offer any suspension or traction. So having the new Marizaki Bomber coil on there made that first run feel pretty great, if I do say so myself. That run felt pretty good. Trying my absolute best to stay relatively hydrated and full of sugar. Happy with how that went. The suspension on this thing is working super, super good. Not something I'm used to. Just kind of hold it. Bike felt like it was staying on the ground. Love that. How was that, Graham?
Pretty good.
Graham and I have refueled, which means we're gonna be in better shape than what Andrew and Alex are for the next climb and trail, which just so happens to be Chicken Cougar. I would say Chicken Cougar is probably a fan favorite here at Kepic. Team Granite, all of you put your hands up. Yeah, Team Granite. You're not a Team Granite. No surprise, I wanted to switch between cameras on different runs just to offer some different viewing perspectives, and the GoPro 11 Mini just decides it doesn't want to turn on. This footage is from run 3 on a trail called Roller. This type of trail is a little frustrating to try and race on because the berms and the turns are so abrupt and so often that it just feels like you're riding at a snail's pace no matter how hard you work. Every turn I come out of, I try and pedal as hard as possible, then you're immediately on the brakes because you're going around another giant berm. More of a cruising trail for fun than flat out pace, but honestly still enjoyable, so I'm gonna stop complaining. Graham burped all his air out because he was strapping way too hard. Surfed everything on the way down. Alex did.
Sick.
Got the same haircut as me. Andrew did.
Aces.
Hey! Mine felt okay. This piece of garbage didn't turn on. Didn't work. So I guess you'll never know. I'm kind of hoping it's Moneyshot. Moneyshot's a good trail. It's fast. Bit of loose parts. Ends on Switchcraft, I guess. Then you do the bottom hip where all the people are watching. I'm probably just gonna voice over the rest of this video.
Zoom in on those calves. You can go anytime you want. Take your time.
So if I had to say what my favorite trail here is, it would definitely be Olliebot, the jump trail here, but Moneyshot is a close second, especially this top section of Moneyshot. The routes are wild, you can ride it as fast as possible, and then there's just these odd occasions where you can take these really narrow between the tree racing lines. And then there's these occasions where you come out of the dense woods single track and then enter back into it, and it just rewards the confidence and the ability to look forward a little bit and pick a decent line over the roots to try and carry speed to the next section. And while I'm not overly talented, when you do get it right, you do feel a little bit pro. Man, that's kind of fast at the bottom. Like, there's doubles there that I'm like, I'm gonna jump this to flat.
There's that one big pole down over the road.
Holy. Right, so you've watched my race runs, you've listened to the nonsense that I spew in between each runs. How did I do? Was it competitive? Well, I got second place in the sport category. If I had a little more confidence in my own self and my riding and joined the elite category, I would have gotten ninth. So I would say, yeah, absolutely, this thing is competitive. And I think that comes as a surprise to no one. Look at these Olliebot trophies they're giving out to podium finishers. Very cool. Now that S-Works Enduro that I showed at the start of this video, where did that bike finish? First in elite. But I actually don't put that down to the bike. It's Mitch Cook. Mitch Cook pilots that bike. He's just like a really amazing bike rider. And I would bet, I would honestly bet like a decent amount of money that if I put Mitch on this setup for him and me on his bike setup for me, nothing would have changed. He still would have decimated the field by 45 seconds and I would have been at the exact same spot. I don't think anything would have changed. So yes, $590 custom single pivot steel frame, competitive for sure. Although honestly, the best part of the day is what I'm about to show you now. Me and 3 of the U18 riders went back up to the hill to ride Olliebot, and that was just the best part. One more cheeky run down Olliebot with
Carl,
Jonah.
here.
and me, Eric. Okay, Olliebot's like the jump trail. We're just gonna go down it probably as fast as we possibly can and just shred. Everybody's gonna see us on the last jump. So, you know, hopefully some tricks. Yeah, you're 3 in it.
No.
I love that. Okay. Is this recording?
Yep.
It's got a blinking light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to wait a second? Okay.
I don't do that. No.
Just follow me down it. You'll be all right. To do it? Yo, Carl. How's your brother doing?
I stopped to make sure he was coming up.
Okay. Should we wait for him a little?
I'm shaking, man.
Yo!
My chain came off.
I know, I heard. It did it again.
No, but look at it. Like, there's a bump, like, on the landing. That wasn't there. Like, it's like an indent.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. If you want to go look at it, maybe.
I'm not going to look at it. You guys are good at bikes.
Yeah.
Really, really good at bikes. Good job. That was fun, guys.
Watched in my iPhone.